Here's a quick introduction video about the airport tile, which is the most popular tile in the entire app. It was actually the first tile we had, and for good reasons. It shows information about airport. Everything you can see here in the upper left corner is an airport tile, as well as this one and the other one. So when you're composing your tiles, you get to choose the tile type, and airport is the one that comes by default. This VFR Flight demo is a pre-established demo you can use as a base for your templates. If you want to move things around, if you want to pick an airport tile from anywhere, you can just eject the current tile and click on airport here, and that's going to give you the airport tile. And I'm going to show you how to configure it. So at glance, the structure of the airport tile is pretty simple. You have on top the airport name, um, the airport code as a watermark. You can see a runway sketch with traffic pattern. At the bottom here, you have the runway dimensions. And in corners, you have information pertaining to that particular airport. So if we want to compare side by side here, let's say I want to compare, I want to have Boeing on one side and Plainfield on the other side. There you go. That shows you that the corner fields are different for each airport. You can customize those corners. Right now I have airport elevation. Let's say if I would rather have ground control here, um, maybe I can pick, so I click on the corner and I can pick ground, and that's giving me the ground frequency in that particular corner. So do your own cooking and configure your corner as you see fit. The idea is that you really want this style to work for you and show you the information you care about in the context of your flight. So corners, you've seen that. You've seen me opening a pop-up earlier, a settings pop-up, which you can access either through clicking the header or clicking the gear icon, change the settings, and that's going to bring the airport settings configuration. Airport code, pretty self-explanatory. Recent airports, if you have airports already loaded in the template, or if you're just typing new codes, that's going to show you the list of your 5 most recents. So you don't have to retype them every time. You just click whatever you want to select, and that's going to show you the relevant information here. So below that, you have the runway. So you can choose the runway based off runway name. You can also see the runway length. And I will show you what these things do. So let's say pane right now, I have the small and the big runway. Right now I have the small selected. So let's go to the big selected. Let's go to the small one. And I can choose between the vertical and magnetic. You can see here in the back that it's currently kind of crooked because it's using the magnetic representation. I can also use the vertical, and that's going to look like that. So vertical is going to align everything, top to bottom, regardless of the actual runway number. So for Bremerton here, for example, 0220 obviously is not vertical. So there's going to be a dramatic difference between the magnetic and the vertical. But otherwise, let's go magnetic. There you go. And that shows you the angle of 0220. The next setting is about the traffic pattern. You can see here that my traffic pattern is showing me the 45 degrees entry. I can choose to hide everything, no traffic pattern, nice and clean layout, gives me space. I don't know if you want to take notes or anything, that could be useful. You can show the downwind, which is just showing you what the downwind looks like. So we're showing you the arrow along with the color. Um, Blue means left pattern, red means right pattern. So if you are at a airport where a preferred side is recommended, you're going to have them left and right. And obviously you can have them left and left, which means they will be opposite. And the third option is, so we've seen 45 degrees, which is the 45-degree entry, and the midfield is basically the teardrop. So that would mean that you're crossing midfield, you're doing the teardrop and you're going into the traffic pattern. So it gives you that beautiful heart shape. So it's a little more involved, but the real handy thing is giving you, besides the beautiful drawing, is this theoretical heading, so that theoretically you would fly a 7-4 heading to cross midfield exactly perpendicular to the runway, and that's using the runway orientation. So don't take this as a word of truth, but I think it's a good indication towards what you want to aim for. All right, what else? Moving down, traffic pattern, display. So display, we have two display modes for the paint field. Sorry, two display modes for the airport tile runway sketch, which is the one we're currently using, and the airport diagram, which is going to show you an airport diagram. As the name indicates, this is not super useful given it's really tiny, unless you're looking for the relative positions of runways. Like here you can see there's a big runway and a small runway. It's obviously way less legible than the sketch, but if you're looking for the position of the tower, for example, that can be helpful. Or whether you want to see the lighting, so you can see here looks like there's a palette operated lighting with a tracker according to these symbols. So that's giving you a little bit of information. It does not replace the approach plate, but it's giving you an overview of what the airport has to offer. The other thing I wanted to share is in the display mode, you can select this wide mode. So if I select wide, my tile is not going to stretch across. So instead of having one on one, I'm going to have one tiles of a width of 2, which giving me more fields. So my corners, and I don't have 8 corners as opposed to 4, where I can select more information. So same trick, you click on a tile and that gives you the selection, and you can also customize if you want. So if I want to have let's say my tower hours is something like 7 a.m. 9 p.m. So I could enter something like this, 7 a.m. 9 p.m., and that customizes my value inside the tile. And if I want to bring that back, I go back to normal, and there you go. I'm losing my additional 4 corners, but at least I'm getting more tiles side by side. And there's another sweet feature that's available at airports that have multiple runways, which is that you can select more than one runway. Actually, you can select 1 or 2 runways. And if you do select 2 runways, they're going to show side by side. So if you're not quite sure which runway you're going to get, pick them up, pick them both in the settings. And if you want to organize them in a certain fashion, so here, for example, I have 3-2 right on the left and 3-2 left on the right, which is a bit counterintuitive. What I can do is I can select them in the order that I want. So let's say I'm going to just take the downwind to remove the numbers here. And I'm going to unselect everything, and I want 3-2 left first. So I'm going to click on that one first, and 3-2 right next. I'm going to click on the second, and when I apply it, you can see that now my runways are switched, which is much more, it's actually prototypical and much more legible. So in terms of the settings, this is pretty much everything we have. I showed you everything. The stretch, traffic pattern, I think we're good here. Okay, so diagram you've seen. So I think this is everything we need to know about the airport tile. Um, this is one of the tiles that has evolved the most, and I want to say that the key to these tiles is the feedback we're getting from you guys to improve it over time. This is has been improving drastically over the past 2 years, and that's really coming from the um, the users telling us, hey, we could use this and that, we could improve the legibility of certain things. So do not hesitate to submit feedback. We do take care of this carefully. So Looking forward to hear from you guys, and we hope you enjoy the new airport tiles. Take care.